Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my reaction to my Matchday 7 predictions video. Some surprising results this weekend. We had some pretty emphatic results, ones that I wasn't expecting. We've had some controversy, especially obviously in the Spurs-Liverpool game. Yeah, that's gone a little bit out of hand right now. But yeah, this weekend kind of had everything to it. It was very exciting, some real upsets. But yeah, a very exciting one. So let's just get straight into it. So we started off the week with an Aston Villa absolutely destroying Brighton 6-1. I said 2-1 Villa, so yeah, I do get the 3 points for this one. But I'm very happy about that. I'm really surprised at how one-sided this match was. I think that's Brighton's heaviest defeat in the league in 10 years. I really thought they would put up with more of a fight. These two teams are very close in terms of ability, close in terms of quality, but only one side really showed up. I thought it was going to. I was close to predicting a draw. I thought they were that close, but no. Villa absolutely destroyed them, which meant that Villa have bumped up above them in the table as well. So I think both these teams, bar the current top four, are the best two teams in the league. They're better than Man United, they're better than Chelsea, and I think they're a bit better than Newcastle as well. But who knows? Those three teams are probably the best three beside the current top four. But yeah, a big win for Villa. Two extremely good managers these teams have as well. I'm a big fan of De Zerbi, I'm a big fan of Unai Emery. I just was not expecting a 6-1 result, but I do get the 3 points. As I did get the correct amount of Brighton goals and I got the Villa win right, which is very good because I think lots of people would have predicted that one to be a draw. Then in the second game of the week, we have Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4. I said 1-0 Arsenal. Again, very happy to pick up another 3 points here. We're having a good start this week. It's a very good start. I knew Arsenal would be the only team in it. Bournemouth have looked really poor this year. I think they're still winless. I think they're currently 19th in the table after all the results have happened. I thought Arsenal wouldn't score as many as they did. They're lacking in being clinical and stuff like that. I mean, even Kai Havertz scored a goal this weekend. I know they basically had to win 2 penalties to allow him to do it, but I think that's good for him because I think that's gonna give him a lot more confidence. I reckon he'll start to play a bit better now. He's more confident. He's got a goal under the belt. A little bit pressure has been relieved, but I think that just kind of emphasises how poor Bournemouth are. And currently, right now, it's not looking good for them. I did predict them to go down, and as it stands right now, that looks like a decent prediction. But yeah, I get 3 points for that one. And this is when it starts to get a little bit south. Everton 1, Luton 2. I said 2-0 Everton. When will I learn? Well, why do I keep backing Everton? Whenever I back Everton, they disappoint me. It's a historic win for Luton. It's very, very nice to see them getting their first win. They can really push on now. I hope they're going to be pushing to avoid the drop. Obviously, they did play Burnley again in this little fixture list, which they did lose, but we'll get onto that one in a bit. But they're putting themselves in a good position right now. They're joint with Burnley on points, and they're definitely they can definitely survive relegation. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I mean, they've got more points than I would expect for them to have at this stage. I did not expect them to get too many. But I just thought after Everton's back-to-back great performances against Villa and Brentford, I thought they'd make it a trio of good wins. I thought they're just disappointed again. I thought they would do well. They did well against Brentford. They won 3-1, which I didn't think anyone predicted them to win. And then they beat Villa in the Cup, and Villa have just beaten Brighton 6-1. So I guess that says it all, really. But it's very nice for the Luton fans, the away fans. A nice bit of history for them. Their first ever Premier League win. Yeah, it's nice to see. But unfortunately, I do get 0 points for that one. Then we go into Manchester United 0, Palace 1. I said 2-0 to United. The pain is back. Man United are well and truly back. Terrible. I thought after the match against Palace midweek, well, we won 3-0. I went to the game. Everything looked perfect. It looked like it clicked. Tactics looked on point. Amrabat came in and looked great, shifting between the left back and the CDM. And then we played them again and we looked so poor. We made a few changes, bringing Rashford and Bruno back. And arguably, you could say maybe they were one of the problems. But I mean, what more can you say, really? It's just a shambolic from United right now. The goal from Anderson, though, was a great finish. It just pains me as a Man United fan to see us put up performances like that. Obviously, the Galatasaray match has just happened as well. I think I went through all the emotions during that one. That was just not fun to watch. But what we just need the left back, man. We need Amrabat to sit in the middle, because Amrabat is so much better when he's in the midfield. We just don't have a left back. Reguilon's injured, Shaw's injured, Malassia's injured. It's a real shame. We need Amrabat in the midfield where he's more comfortable. And obviously Martinez is looking, it's like going to be a long-term injury. We should never have rushed him back. I don't think we should have done. I think we should have let him recover, because when he's fully fit, he's one of the best centre-backs maybe in the world. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like when he's fit, he's good. But we rushed him back, and now he's injured again. So yeah, lots needs to change at Man United. I'm not going to take any credit away from Palace. I've got a video planned of where I discuss everything that's wrong with Man United, all the way from the top. But yeah, that's 5 matches in the Premier League for unbeaten for Hodgson in a row. Well done to him. That's good. 5 matches in a row unbeaten is very good. But yeah, 0 points for that one. Then we go into Newcastle 2, Burnley 0. I said 1-0 Newcastle. I was very close to getting 4 points here. I'll take the 3 points. It went very similar to how I expected it to. Newcastle struggled to score loads and loads of goals. They created loads of chances. Burnley always struggled to convert chances. So I didn't think they would score a goal, which they didn't. But yeah, that's another big win for Newcastle under their belts. Before the UCL, they're back on the right track after a little dip in form at the beginning of the season. But yeah, that's 3 points for me. Then we go into West Ham 2, Sheffield United 0. I said 3-0 West Ham again, nearly got 4 points. Very similar to Newcastle game. I knew Sheffield wouldn't score. It's the same. I knew Burnley wouldn't score. I knew Sheffield wouldn't score. It was just a matter of how many West Ham would score. And instead of predicting too many last time, or too less last time, I predicted too many this time. I knew they wouldn't score 8 like Newcastle did. I thought they'd score a decent amount, which is 3, but no, I mean, it's 3 points at the end of the day for West Ham. It doesn't matter the amount of goals you score. Goal difference is not really that important right now. But yeah, they continue their great starts to the season, and I pick up 3 points myself. Then we go into the biggest upset of the weekend, Wolves 2, Man City 1. I said 3-0 Man City because I thought after that Newcastle loss, they'd take their anger out, they'd play much better. That's what City normally do, but I think everyone's got this one wrong. I don't think anyone in their right mind would have said Wolves would lose this, and now they can't go unbeaten as well, leaving Arsenal and Spurs the only unbeaten teams in the league. I think it's interesting though to see how much they've declined since Rodri's left. He's obviously very important in the Manchester City system. They've now lost 2 in a row. They play Arsenal next without him. It's vital they keep him fit when he's back, stop him from getting suspended. But yeah, he's got to stop the cards coming in because he's pivotal for the title race. He's such an important player. I don't think people respect how important he is. I don't want to take any credit away from Wolves though. They performed exceptionally. They scored twice from the little chances that they had. Very clinical. It was quite cold from Hwang Hee-chan to be the one to score the winner as well, after Pep was kind of discrediting him in the press conferences before. I think he called him the Korean guy instead of actually calling him his actual name, and then that Korean guy is the one that scored the winner. But yeah, I get 0 points for this. I think everyone would have got 0 points. No one expected Wolves to win. Then we go into Spurs 2, Liverpool 1. I nearly got this one right because I said 1-1. But unfortunately, this match won't be remembered for how good of a match it was. It's going to be remembered for the diabolical referee decisions and the mistakes VAR made. And Liverpool have rightfully so requested to hear the audio, which obviously I've heard now myself, everyone's heard. It's shambolic, really. So basically, after the disallowing of the Luis Diaz goal, which was clearly onside, they've made an error in when they're talking to the referee, and the referee's misunderstood, VAR's misunderstood, and they've not given the goal when they should have given the goal. It's caused incredible amounts of controversy. Klopp today was saying that he thinks that they should replay the match. Also, another questionable decision, I think the Curtis Jones red is questionable. I think Jota's first yellow was ludicrous. I think refs are ruining the game this year. I've said this a couple times already, repeatedly in these matchday predictions and reviews. More red cards does not make the game better. More cards does not make the game better. As soon as one team gets a red card, it ruins the game. As simple as that. As soon as one team gets a red card, they sit back and have to defend for the rest of the match because they've got one less man. They can't afford to go too far forward. They've got to sit back. They've just got to lower the depth a little bit. It ruins any close matchups and any good games, especially derbies as well, especially these big matchups, Spurs Liverpool, and you're given a red card in the 25th minute. I think it's shambolic, and I think the Curtis Jones red, Similar to the Casemiro one where he was sent off last year. At least they've been consistent with that, but they're consistently wrong. I don't understand how you can slide in, it's fine, but just because of physics, his foot goes over the ball. He had the ball, but then because of physics, his foot goes over the ball. I think they need to stop this stupid nonsense of slowing stuff down, because slowing stuff down on a VAR, football's not played in slow motion. It's just not showing how it works in real life. Like, footballers aren't playing in slow motion. They're playing at fast pace. It's really high speed in the Premier League. It's just intense. And then they're giving him for the smallest margins. It's just shocking. And then in terms of the offside goal, it looked like they kind of had an agenda against Liverpool, these referees, I can't lie. Just why didn't they draw the lines and get it right? In the words of Jamie Carragher, the country has we have the best league, we have the best players, and we have the worst officials. Something's got to change, because it's no good apologising 30 minutes after every match, because it just takes the piss, really. And these little small things have big dramatic, they make a big impact on the final table. Like last year, that was the Arsenal-Brentford match where Brentford's equaliser was actually offside, but they didn't draw the lines right. Or it might be Arsenal scored another one, they gave it as offside, but he was onside, and they didn't draw the lines right. These little decisions make a big impact on the final table. Like, if Arsenal won that game, they might have won the league last year. And I know it's early in the season, but you never know what the difference it will be. It could be the difference between relegating teams, champions, teams getting top 4. It's a very big deal, and something does need to change. I've never really been a fan of VAR. I've always thought it's just a bit off. I think it takes too long. I think refs, like when they're slowing it down, it's just too unrealistic to how they play. I don't think you should scrap it. I think that's too far, but getting better officials has got to be a top priority, because stuff like this can't be happening every week. It's just ruining the game. But Spurs, obviously, they're going to be very happy with that point, with the 3 points. I don't think they deserve it. But yeah, it's amazing what Postecoglou's doing. I don't know how far he can take them, but yeah, I get 1 point for this, for getting the correct amount of Liverpool goals right. Then we got Forest versus Brentford. Finished 1-1. I said 1-1. Another week where I got a result right. That's 3 weeks in a row now. Yeah, I knew this match would be close. Two teams of similar quality. Both teams scoring goals. It's just not really much more to say. Two teams that are they're definitely going to be mid-table. They won't be relegated, but they won't challenge for anywhere near Europe. Hence why I went for a score draw. So yeah, 4 points for that one. Very nice. Then we go into Fulham 0, Chelsea 2. I said 1-1. I didn't trust Chelsea before going into this, but that was a much better performance from them. They were dominant. Enzo and Caicedo finally starting to click. Mudryk scored a goal finally after 9 months. Broja scored a goal after his long injury. It's a very good win for Chelsea, a little London derby as well. Yeah, there's not much more to say about it. Chelsea were great, and it's good to see, because I feel like Chelsea, with the squad that they've got and the money that they've spent, they should be good by now. But yeah, and I'm glad that Mudryk's finally scored a goal. I've always thought I could see a player in him. I see an exciting player in him. He just needs time and more confidence. And I reckon that goal will give him so much more confidence. And I'm excited to see where he goes from here. But unfortunately, I do get 0 points for that. And then to the final game of the game week. Luton 1, Burnley 2. I said 1-1. I nearly had this spot on, but Burnley grabbed a late winner. It was a close match, and that's Burnley's first ever win in the Premier League as well. First win since returning. First win for Vincent Kompany in the Prem as well. I think the good thing about this is Luton won against Everton. Burnley won now against Luton as well. It gives the relegation battle a little bit more to it. It seemed a bit more like it was just going to be Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Burnley and Luton. But now, who knows? It's going to be a little bit more exciting. If Luton didn't get that win against Everton, I have no idea who they would have won against, to be honest, because this was probably their easiest match. So it's a bit more exciting at the bottom of the league now. But yeah, I get 1 point for that because I got the correct amount of Luton goals. So overall, after counting up the amount of points I got this week, I got 18 out of 40. Again, kind of similar, just average, right in the middle again. We got another result correct. It's just that there's far too many zeros. I'm getting a lot of threes and then 1-4 normally every week. It's just far too many 0 points for each match. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry if my voice has been a little bit off this video. I've got a cold or something like that. I don't know, but I think my voice is kind of going. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.